Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Midnight Men podcast. This is episode 2. I'm Jack Stellan, and I'm here with my co-host, Harry Savage.
Hello all.
Hello, Harry.
Hello all.
Hello, my lovely podcast listeners. First of all, we'd like to thank everyone for the overwhelming positive response on episode 1. I'm about to cough. There you are.
About to come.
Not yet. Episode 69.
45 seconds in and there's a cum reference.
We're
We're good.
We're very good, we are. This is right in the middle of a thank you. But yeah, all the messages that we received are very heartwarming.
Heartwarming.
The fuck is heartwarming?
Where your heart is whelmed.
I believe they call that a heart attack. But yeah, we really appreciate all the listeners. The positive feedback was very encouraging to continue for the podcast. We've got a good amount of listens on YouTube. We're pushing 50 by
Did a
now.
lot better than I thought we would do.
Yeah, for a channel with 10 subscribers.
Yeah, that doesn't add up.
No.
Click the big old red button. Pals.
Yeah. Or maybe those 10 just listen to it over and over.
We are that enlightening.
Yeah. And we are aware that someone did listen to it twice in one day.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Should we mention people by name? A few people by name?
Well, we mentioned Luca last week. I feel like we can mention...
But for the thank yous, I mean.
Sure. No. Fuck you. No. Steve, cut on the part where I slag off our listeners. We'd like to specifically thank
Luca,
Madison, the runners of
the dynamic duo.
Yeah, the twink and his companion.
Madison is not a twink.
The queer crusader. Yeah, the Luca and Madison, who run the official Midnight Men podcast fan page. Brandon
And Sophie.
Oh yes, of course, the other dynamic duo, because we're friends with couples.
Yeah, sucks.
No, it sucks for them because we're bachelors and they're stuck.
That's true. Yeah, look at the bright side.
Yeah, we can get whoever we want. We don't.
Yeah, all
but
right.
we could. No, okay. Harry, be a bit more.
All right, fine. Yeah, all right.
No, it's not. Don't put yourself down so much, man.
Is there anyone else? Holly,
Charlie,
Big Charlie.
I haven't got a message from him, but I'm sure Kieran liked it if he did listen.
Yeah, I love you, Kieran.
Yeah.
Reese mentioned today that he didn't say anything good about it, but he just said,
I listened to it.
he's like, I got to the bit where Jack talks about his favourite film. We'll finish it later. So that's like as close to a compliment I think I'll get.
Yeah, when you know someone enough, it's like they didn't say much, but they meant a lot.
No, I don't think he meant a lot. I think he literally just told me that he's listened to 5 minutes of it. But yeah, thank you, Reese.
Shout out, Reese. Shout out Sound Preppers.
I wish you would stay at work for the cleanup, but we'll talk about that another day.
Our friend Jude today put a nice comment on their story.
I think that's about it.
I think that was it.
But for names worth mentioning, because all the others aren't really interesting enough, to be honest.
No, all the others just didn't message us. And like we said last week, if you like send us a picture of you listening to the podcast, we will feature it on our story.
25 follower account.
No, I think we're 27.
Oh.
No, we're nearly 30, I believe.
Oh God, already
Yeah.
middle-aged. No, we're pulling numbers. We're pulling numbers.
But yeah, thank you all so much.
Yeah, it means a lot. I was very proud of us.
Yeah, I was at first. I was more proud of the fact we actually did it rather than yeah. But now that all the people who listened said such nice things, it's like, oh, we did a good job.
It was worth the hassle.
It was, yeah.
Well, not the hassle, but you know.
Yeah. It was worth the largest sum of money we put into the studio and Steve, and hopefully when any ads come in, that money will go to his rehabilitation.
We can hope.
Course, yeah. But yeah, thank you all so much. And shall we just get straight into episode 2?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. What is on the notes?
Luke is a bit of a twat, isn't he?
Oh, don't get me started.
That's do you reckon he'll even remember saying that?
Of course he won't.
That's a callback.
I feel like whenever we release this, hopefully every Saturday.
Saturday's 10 p.m. ladies and gentlemen.
He'll message us Sunday being like, "What a great episode!" Not remembering what we said about him until maybe Thursday. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, what you said about me on the podcast? I'm a twat."
You are a twat, Jack.
Hey.
Lol.
So Harry, indulge us. What is Project Chalk?
I don't know.
You came up with it.
Yeah. I also came up with memoirs. How'd that go?
Good point.
Well, I didn't come up with memoirs. Whoever wrote Peaky Blinders came up with that. But, well, so it's been something that I've been, thinking of doing for a long time, for a few months at least. And it's essentially just, in air quotes, it's a production company. For like whenever I do something, or if I ever do something, which I have now, we have a podcast.
We certainly do, and you should listen to it. Available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, YouTube.
And soon to be TikTok for clips. And come.
And we have a Reddit now.
We have a Reddit. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon.
r/the Midnight Men.
Yes.
But yes, Project Chalk is essentially... it's not a fake production company. It's just not a registered production company. Because, again, can't afford that.
No.
Thank you, Steve. And it was... I just basically just want... All it really was I just wanted a logo just to put before anything that I do, be it this... I suppose you'd call it more a YouTube series than a TV show. Movies, short films, whatever. Just so it was kind of like, oh, this is his body of work kind of thing. So I just came up with this logo. Well, actually, I came up with the name first because you don't make a logo without the name because that'd be silly. I came up with the name Project Chalk because for a few weeks now, I've been working on a Death Stranding inspired TV show. Well, it's set in the world of Death Stranding, called Timefall. And my creative process usually involves, I'll listen to a song, and it'll make me think of like a cool cinematic or a cool shot, and then I'll turn that into something. So I had this big playlist of songs that I wanted to use in this specific show, and I was just coming up with a name for the playlist. And because I plan to shoot a lot of this show at the Chalk Quarry, I thought Project Chalk. That's a pretty cool like code name because like when they're making a big film, well, not big film, just any film really, they always put like a code name. Like the one that comes to mind is Blue Harvest for Return of the Jedi.
For Family Guy.
Yes. So people like don't know what's going on, and it's not that. It's just like, I just want a cool code name.
Yeah.
So I thought Project Chalk because it's shot at a chalk quarry, and I was like, Project Chalk Industries?
Oh
no. Project Chalk Productions. I literally made that logo in about 5 minutes, and it's like a very minimalist logo, but it's meant to just be like a blackboard, the word chalk, and then that little extended bit in the bottom left corner. It's like a bit of chalk writing the word chalk.
Right. Yeah.
So I made that, and then I accidentally clicked invert on Photoshop, and it inverted the colors. So I was like, "Yo, that looks kind of cool." So now we got a dark mode logo and a normal logo.
Fair enough.
Haven't used the dark mode logo yet, but it looks cool. I've got it saved.
Cool.
So that's the origins of Project Chalk.
Mm.
And as I say, I hope to do something with that Timefall show that I'm currently writing, which is the Death Stranding thing. At least do a trailer or something before the end of the year. I already know what I want for the trailer and how it's going to pan out. It's just, actually fucking doing it.
You got to fly Norman Reedus in.
Do you know what I mean? It's expensive.
Mm.
Honestly, the hardest bit looks to be like the costume design, because I want it to be very game accurate, as well as being very accurate to the concept art that I've drawn for it so far. But that's something that might come from Project Chalk soon. But for any updates on that, you can continue listening to The Midnight Men. And you can also follow us on Instagram at Chalk Presents, where any Project Chalk announcements, reveals, whatever, and updates will be shown first.
Hmm.
Memoirs was obviously going to be a Project Chalk thing as well, but Memoirs was boring. so I didn't do it.
Oh.
I feel like I was doing it out of necessity then more than
Oh.
I actually want to do it.
Right, yeah, you don't want to...
Yeah. So what about you, Giz, man? Have you got anything in production? Anything you're planning on putting into pre-production?
No.
Pre-cum, if you will.
I might. No, not really. Anything that I've got in production now is just for college work, really. There's a few ideas I've had over the years that, you know, I've drawn my own concept art or storyboards or written a treatment or even started writing scripts to, and it's just, I give up. Not because I'm just like, oh, I give up. It's more just like, don't know where to go from this, I'll leave it. And I just never return to it because I either forget or I just never think of a continuation. So you don't want to, you don't want to force a shit.
Memoirs. So how about you? What's your creative process look like? As I say, mine's usually I think of songs first and then
listening
work
to
around
songs. Listening to songs is like a big part. I don't, to my knowledge, I don't have as big as a sort of music library as you do. You seem to listen to a lot of fucking music.
Because I'm cool.
I listen to mostly soundtracks, so it's like, could I maybe reuse this piece of music into my own scene? And sometimes then I'll put that into like my FMP or something. I'll just take, like for last year's, I used Resident Evil 7 save room music.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And it's sometimes, you know, when you listen to it and you're like, yeah, this will fit. You're never sort of like, oh, this song gave me the idea, but
it just will work.
Yeah, and it's kind of like you then sort of build the scene around that music.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah, but you get lucky and it actually comes out well, I think, a majority of the time.
See, I didn't do that for Memoirs, and I think had I have done that, I would have cared about it a little bit more.
Yeah. Any other ideas I come up with is usually I'm watching a movie or show and it inspires me to, I don't know, maybe take the name of a character or just take a straight up scene from that movie or show, rewrite it in my own way, and then, you know, it's nothing original, because nothing is original anymore. So it's like, not necessarily stealing, it's sometimes stealing, but but yeah, it's just whatever I'm doing at the time will it just inspires me out of nowhere, really. Sometimes, you know, just lying in bed trying to get to sleep, and then I'm like, oh, this would be a good line or a good synopsis, and then I have to...
Steve says that a lot. This will be a good line.
A good line. Steve, please stop. But yeah, that's really it. It's, you know, nothing incredible, but...
No, Jack, your work is incredible.
No, the Hulk is incredible, Harry. I am an average white man.
And I'm sure that's exactly what Tony Stark said before he was Iron Man. This is your origin story.
Sure, that's exactly what Tony Stark said before he died.
Oh, spoilers. For those who haven't seen the, 4-year-old movie?
2 or 3, yeah. I think. 19, 20, 21, 3 years.
Lol, Iron Man dead, but he's still in MCU. Make it make sense. MCU shit. We're going to do an episode where we just shit talk the MCU. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be this one, because Jack, well, I'm not going to ask you about the Eternals. So, Giz, man, this is the first time I'm hearing this story. Tell me about why you have written new chick working in Greg's in our shared Google Keep document.
Well, honestly, Harry, I thought that would be pretty self-explanatory. There is a new chick working in Greg's.
Yeah, see, I would think that's pretty self-explanatory, but this is a podcast where you need to almost elaborate on your point, so I was kind of hoping you had more for me to work off of.
Well, allow me to explain.
We'll see.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Well, on a cold January 28th, 2022 afternoon, Friday, it was Friday, at around 3:30, something like that, in the afternoon, me and Luca, good friend of the show, runs the fan account, as previously mentioned. We were walking through Scunthorpe Square, and I thought, you know, I'm a bit peckish. I'm going to pop into that Greg's over there and indulge in a...
Was you thinking that you had to change the name of Greg's?
No. I was just like, should I say Scunthorpe Greg's? But that's such a long word. Scunthorpe. I'm kind of sick of saying it. So yeah, I thought, what shall I indulge myself in a Greg's pastry?
The twist is, he didn't even get a fucking pastry.
I
Wait
did
till you hear
not.
this shit.
Can you believe it if I were to tell you I walked in there and I bought a pepperoni pizza and a Red Bull?
I don't believe it.
But that's exactly what happened.
Well, it didn't.
But it did. I was there.
Well, no, because I don't believe it.
But you weren't there.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was.
Therefore, didn't happen.
Luca was there.
He's an NPC. You're an NPC. Everyone's an NPC. Apart from me, because you are very literally non-playable characters, because I am me.
You get played by women, Harry.
I wish I get played by women. Even that would be an improvement.
Well, no, you had a little thing that happened to you, but we'll get to that. So yeah, I walked into Greg's, and I walked up to the counter.
Hardly know her.
Sure, I hardly know her too, because she's new, both in Greg's and in my life. And so I walked up to the counter, and this woman went, "Hello, how can I help you?" And I thought, well, I need to bust a nut. And then, even though I had a plan of what to say, because I get quite nervous when talking to anyone, let alone women. If I've ever shown an interest to you in the past, then you know exactly how that feels.
That was like very specifically detailed.
Yep. Harry, no, that's not a drink. That's a candle.
I'm just looking to see if it's melting evenly.
Just looking for some candle wax to drink.
That's not a drink. Oh my god, the sound wave that noise made looks like an Among Us character. Oh my god.
Oh. But alas. Huh? But alas, so I walked up to the counter.
She was a lass.
Oh, she certainly was.
Oh, we have fun in the
studio.
PCP studio.
And yeah, she asked me how can she help me, and then I burst out crying because I was like, and yeah, no, I lost my train of thought because I liked her voice, and then me and Luca left the establishment, and he made reference to the fact it was a female, and then
he's good at picking up on those things.
Surprisingly, he does a lot of but won't admit it.
Oh no, we can't keep that in. Maniacal laugh. Muppets movie reference. I bet you didn't see that coming.
No, I didn't. And then yeah, so I'm certainly going to be going to that Greg's a lot more.
You have a new hobby.
Yeah,
Pastries
and
such.
And pussy.
Okay.
Speaking of the Muppets, Harry, would you consider yourself a man or a Muppet?
Am I a man? Or am I a Muppet? It's an age-old question.
Since 2011, when that film came out.
If I were a man, I'm a Muppet of a man.
Or you're a very manly Muppet.
I like to think I'm a manly Muppet, because I'm not a manly bloke at all. I mean, if you know what I look like, and how I am as a cuck. There's a lot of cuck references on this podcast, and we're only 2 episodes deep. But yes,
welcome back to the Cuck Cast.
To answer your question, Jack, I'd say I'm a manly Muppet.
Fair enough.
I'm always on strings.
You've got a hand up your arse.
I often do have a hand up my arse. I'm fluffy. I have a weird mouth, and I'm going to be honest with you, listeners. I love a sing-song.
Fair enough. At least he's honest. We can all appreciate honesty.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
Go on.
That's all I know.
And
he's sat on like a little log. He's got his little ukulele.
And the human.
Not ukulele. What was it? A banjo.
And the human
The
version.
inbred ukulele.
Oh god. And the human version of the Muppet is played by Sheldon Cooper.
Bazonga.
Bejude.
How about you, Jack? Are you a Muppet of a man, or are you a very manly Muppet? I know my answer.
I'm a cis male.
You're a very manly Muppet.
Yeah, sure.
You know you are.
Thank you, I guess.
No.
I am going to commit suicide.
Oh, do that live on air. That'll get the viewers in.
Oh, God.
But like, we'll crack out a few episodes first.
That wasn't even one of the questions we've got written down.
Well, of course it fucking wasn't. Why would we write that down?
I don't know.
We should do a Muppets movie review.
We should.
We should do like the cinematic universe. The Muppets Christmas Carol, the Muppets movie,
Right.
the Muppets, Most Wanted,
Wanted.
the space one. I think that.
Oh, Leprechaun 4 in space.
Yeah, Leprechaun 4 in space.
Did you just fart?
I may have.
Harry, did you shit?
I did, yes.
We'll be right back.
It was big poo.
Oh. So yeah, enough about my disgusting sexual escapades. How about
It wasn't
yours?
a sexual escape. Well, I suppose you did come, so it's
Yeah.
something.
How about yours, Harry?
Can you repeat the question?
You just want me to do it again, don't you?
No, I just want to annoy you a little bit.
Okay, well, yeah. With flying colours, with that you're passing with flying colours.
Where are they going? Good one. Brandon sent me a voice note earlier. And
Right, this is not why I asked you.
No,
okay.
I just want to tell you. And he was talking about how you said there was a ghost, and I went, Ghosts of Tsushima in the last episode. And then
Oh, right, yes.
He was still talking, but he started laughing, and he was struggling to get out the bit about the Heinz joke.
He did that to me
He
earlier
thought that
as
was
well.
fucking gold, and you thought it wasn't. So, Brandon, thank you. This episode is for you. Alas, I was on my lunch break, because that is something I often have at my job at Sound Preppers, and I got myself a pepperoni pizza, much like yourself did the other day. It was not the new woman, it was a regular Greg's staff member.
It was Greg himself.
It was Greg. Not the Greg you're thinking of. Greg the baker. We can keep that in.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit burnt around the edges, fresh out the oven, boiling hot.
Oh,
It was, cheese was nice and stringy.
mine was fucking
Pepperoni was
frozen.
raw, just how I like it. Strolled over maybe 50 feet to my favourite little lunch spot. Go on, make the foot joke.
No, I'm not.
No, make the foot joke. No, please. It'll make them laugh. It'll make them laugh at my expense.
You'd love to be around 50 feet, wouldn't you?
That's like 25 people. Yes, I fucking would. So, okay, fine. Alexa, what's 50 feet in yards?
No, I'm not. What?
50 feet is about 17 yards.
So I walked about... No. So I walked about 17 yards. Oh, you'd love to be around 17 yards, wouldn't you? Yeah, fucking big garden.
That's the size garden everybody wants for their dog. 17 yards. He can run around that boy all day. Go on.
I sat down on the bench with
John Mulaney
I was going to say with stand-up comedian and former SNL writer John Mulaney
and former.
and current,
He's a father now. Did you know?
yeah.
He's my daddy.
And I put my earphones in and I turned on the active noise cancellation mode
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like hearing things that are not music. And I played Left Alone by Blink-182, which is exactly...
What you want it to be.
No, because if I had been left alone, this story would not have happened.
Ah, so it's ironic.
It is ironic. It's a good song. I make up a lot of imaginary scenarios in my head about that
Oh
song.
no.
Yeah, I'm that fucking guy. And I begin to scroll through Instagram to absolutely waste the 30 minutes I get for a lunch break. And I look up. What do I see, Jack?
I believe you described her to me as was it a blonde goth chick?
It was a blonde goth chick. If it was a Pokemon card, it would be uncommon. Not rare, not secret rare, but not common. You don't see them very often. And my oh my, was she stupendous.
Oh, that's a big word, so she must have been very...
If Chris Eubank was there, he would have said she was indeed stupendous.
She was indeed stupendous.
That was a really bad Chris Eubank impression.
It's better than Greg Davis's one.
Don't fucking bring Greg Davis into this. He's done nothing wrong.
He's got a shit Chris Eubank impression.
Yeah, and we have a shit podcast.
Oh no, I dropped my potato into my lemonade.
Hate when that happens.
Harry, no, that's a candle!
I can't even remember where I was.
Stupendous goth blonde
yes.
chick. Blonde goth chick.
I take my earphone out.
Both gone chick.
She was a Bothan spy from Star Wars.
Did she get the Death Star plans off of you?
She did, this was her thing. She wooed me to get the Death Star plans, which I carry around with me on a micro SD card. Underrated storage format, might I add. Anyway. I don't keep the Death Star plans on a micro SD card. That would be silly. I keep them on a PS2 memory card. All 8 megabytes of the Death Star plans. And I take my earphone out, which I'm like, okay, I've just seen you leave Sound Preppers. And I work at Sound Preppers. This is probably going to be some dumb complaint, or you're going to say something that you think is ha-ha funny, but I think is annoying. And it was not annoying. It was, in fact, good news. Russell Howard himself. She's like waving her hand. I was going to fucking...
Why are you waving? They can't see.
Yeah, she was waving her hands very frantically at me to try and get my attention.
Trying to fly.
You said that last time we didn't record this episode. And she goes, hello. And I go, oh, you alright? And she's like, what did she say exactly? She literally, like, proper deadpan. She just went, you're really fit. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then her friend's like, yeah, I like your nails. And I'm like, oh, cool, thank you. And they walk off. They walk around the corner. And I'm like, yo, shit. Follow her home, obviously. Like,
she walked down a dark alleyway and I thought, oh, shit, beat them up and rob them.
Okay, I'm glad that's the route you took. And I was like, yo. Because when I think to do these kind of things, you know, even look at a woman, I get very nervous as someone who runs a film, game and comic podcast.
Would do.
It's not often you get to have a conversation with a woman.
Yes.
So when I think about those things, I'm like, oh, fuck. But when it just happens spontaneously, I'm like, oh, shit, this is easy. Why don't I do this more often? Why don't I make a hobby out of this? I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to ask for a number. I get up, go around the corner, she's gone. Disappeared.
She never existed.
She got hit by a car. Really sad. Got hit by a car.
Ironically, she was hit by an ambulance.
She was not hit by an ambulance.
She was hit by a van with tits.
Good reference.
Thank you.
No, that actually did happen, but she didn't get hit by a car. I'm sure she's live and well. But I'm gutted I missed an opportunity there. I really missed a trick, I think. Weirdly, that's like the 8th time that's happened to me since I've been single, which is pretty cool. It never happened to me before then.
It's never happened to you before you started the podcast.
No, don't try and fucking... What's the word?
Advertise?
No.
Plug?
No. Butt plug. Discredit my story.
I'm not.
But yeah, that was a fun day at Sound Preppers. Not your average day at work. Not your average day as Harry, when someone calls you attractive, really. Unless it's Jack or Luca. Which gets a bit stale after a while. You often think, well, they're just saying this to make me horny. But yeah, that was fun.
Great.
Jack has written for a story that I told him the other day that happened to me at college, in the notes. Twink gets gangbanged by 3 middle-aged men and a whore.
What that roughly translates into...
Well, no, that's exactly what happened. There's not really any need for more detail, is there?
That's true. Moving on. No, but the story goes. Harry, take the centre stage.
For the audio listeners, I just stood up in the middle of our studio. It's funny because they don't even know that I'm lying. Why would I even lie about that? That's such a small thing to lie about. That's how much I don't like these people. So I was at college in Adobe Photoshop 2020.
Good year. It wasn't.
For Photoshop, it was an alright year. Not the best, but it was alright. It baffles me why the downstairs computer of Adobe Photoshop 22 and the upstairs computers have Adobe Photoshop 2022. Did I say the right thing there?
No.
Baffles me how the downstairs computers have Adobe Photoshop 2020 and the upstairs ones have Adobe Photoshop 2022. Mind-boggling, some would say. But I'm glad those downstairs ones don't have 2022 because they're naff. It's naff. Regardless, I was cutting out a picture. Just farted again. I was cutting out a picture from its background because it was not really fit for purpose. The picture was of a watch. It was a
Much
close-up.
like your penis.
It's yeah. There's no point lying. And it was just taking too long. I was using the quick select tool. I was using the background replace setting. I used the object select tool, and I tried the lasso tool before I wanted to smash my head against the wall and into a whiteboard that only had the word Keith written on it. So I thought, this is a media building, and I know what this media building contains. This media building contains graphics tablets. For those who don't know, a graphics tablet is simply a tablet used for digital art and Photoshop and things like that. Well, you plug it into your computer, and you use a pen. Or it's more of a stylus, but it looks like a pen. And wherever you touch on the tablet, the mouse will go or click on the screen. So it's like drawing on your computer, essentially. So that would have made that job a lot easier, because I literally would have just had to have drawn around the outline of this watch. So I get up, stroll on through the classroom, stroll out to the hallway, in search of the man who distributes the graphics tablets, and I find him in the staff room amongst all the tutors bar one. I would not disrespect his name like that. He was not there.
He's our favourite.
And his name is... And hello, my darlings. And I go, hello, Mr. Graphics Tablet Man. Any chance that I could borrow a graphics tablet to do graphics tablet related tasks with? And he goes, yeah, sure. Just go into my class, grab one out of the drawer, sign your name out on the sheet, write what model you had, and bring it back by about 4:30, because that's when we're leaving. And I go, yeah, no problem. It'll be 20 minutes tops. And then he hits me with a very simple question. He goes, do you know where they are? And I go, no, I do not. Expecting him either to tell me or to show me, take me to them. A tutor that I have never spoken to before, by the way, so I had no reason to know where they were. And the entire room of qualified, grown, adult people, ranging from about 25 to 45, break out in what I can only describe as hysterical, hyena-like laughter at your host's expense. I don't think it was deserved. One of them had tears in their eyes. And I know that's because he's come to the realization that maybe he's but
oh,
it's
burn.
Still burn. Call the burns unit, because we got a burn victim. Oh. But yeah, anyway, they all just sat there and they laugh at me. And he tells me where the graphics tablets are. but he's laughing as he says it, so his words aren't coming out right, and I can't fucking understand him. Eventually, they all simmer down, and he goes, "Oh yeah, they're just in my room," very, very quietly, like he's embarrassed that he laughed at me, because he should be, because I'm a niche internet micro celebrity now, as are you.
And he works at Scunthorpe College.
Exactly. Who's the winner here? Not me, because I got the graphics tablet and it didn't fucking work.
None of us. We live in Scunthorpe.
Well, yeah. It was just very disheartening. I was already in a very bad mood that day. It was not a good day for your trusty host.
Your humble host.
For your humble narrator, no. I was rushing to get a deadline that I'm still yet to meet finished. Or to get a project that I'm still yet to finish done. And I thought this would speed things up, but it only slowed things down. Because, yes, I completed the image without the help of the graphics tablet, but I was also an hour delayed because I had to cry for a little bit and process what the fuck I had just been through. Because I still don't get what was so funny about that. And if any of you would care to explain why that's so fucking hilarious, please don't fucking tell me, because I'll block you.
I don't get it. You just wanted a piece of equipment, and they were
I wanted a piece of equipment that the college offers.
Yes.
And it was presented to me in not working condition.
And they
thought that was ha-ha funny. I did not think it was ha-ha funny. I laughed along because I was like, what the fuck? Have I just missed out on some fucking incredible bit of humour from the But no, it was not, because there is no such thing as a good bit of humour from the omniscient. You know, the only thing omniscient's my bell end. Steve.
Yeah, this story really broke Harry when he first told me he went on a 20-minute rant.
It was about 25 minutes.
20, yeah.
And I wrote a very
It was
Oscar-worthy
amazing.
speech about it, I must say. But yeah, not pleased. Not pleased at all.
You were fucking furious.
I was furious. Because I didn't think much
But
of
you
it at
weren't
the
fast.
time. Huh?
But you weren't fast.
I didn't really think of much of it at the time. But then I told this guy I know called Jack about it. And then the more I thought about it and processed it, I was like, yeah, what the fuck actually did just happen to me?
Is he talking about me?
I'm talking about you. Co-host of the Midnight Men.
That's a great podcast, and
It's
everyone
good.
should listen to it.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting much from it, but not bad. Not bad for a premiere. I'm sure they'll go on to do wonderful and incredibly insulting things.
I'm sure the episodes will steadily decline from then on.
I'm sure they'll single-handedly kill the audio industry. The music will stop now. But yeah, not my finest hour. My 9/11, as you put it the other day.
I did.
Yeah.
And as you put it the other day, it was Harry's.
No, I said it was the worst thing since.
No.
That's not saying. But yeah, a little giggle at my expense.
The only time anyone's ever giggled at your expense is when
they
see
see your
penis.
cock. Yeah, because it's not.
Because it's world famous comedian John Mulaney.
Yeah, because they laugh because they see it and they're like, yo, I expected it to be minuscule. It's huge. For all the times that has happened.
You take your trousers off and it's like, how did a fucking tree grow in your room so fast?
Exactly. It's got leaves and everything.
Ah.
Little apples growing on it. Genital warts. Shout out to my genital warts listeners.
If you've got genital warts, send us a message and we'll feature you.
Send us a picture and we'll get you on as a guest.
Ah.
Do ASMR with them.
Oh, God. Oh my God. That was that was like wet. The aftershock.
Oh, this fucking episode. You got anything else you'd like to add? Just in general? About anything? Before we talk about some news?
In general, what is this Discord?
That was dumb.
You're dumb.
Yeah.
Not really. Shall we just get into the news section?
Yeah, well, we've got two things.
What? the two written down.
Yeah.
What about Halo?
Well, the trailer's not out yet, so there's nothing to really comment on.
Well, the release date.
Oh, yeah. I don't know when it is.
March 23rd.
I'm going to check that just so we're not distributing fake information. Well, not fake, but wrong information. There's a bookmark on here for the perfect sponge cake.
That can be a next episode, how to make the perfect sponge cake.
We'll fucking do it. Don't test us.
Yeah, we're stupid. We'll do anything.
We're stupid and bored.
That's why we made a podcast.
Moving on to our little news section. We got an official release date for the Paramount Plus original Halo show, which I'm very excited for. That little teaser they showed at the Game Awards looked visually incredible. And I'm hoping this trailer will be of a similar pedigree. Is that the right?
No, that's
Pedigree
a dog food.
On like a similar level of wow kind of thing. March 24th it comes out. I'm sure we'll do something about that when it comes out, maybe.
No.
So
that's the day the podcast ends.
No, we end it on March 23rd, but we would still say, yo, March 24th, get ready for the Halo review. And then we won't do it. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Trailer should be out in a couple hours, hopefully. It's at the halftime show for the Super Bowl.
Is it? Oh, that means it could fucking come out at like 5 a.m.
Not the Super Bowl, the AFC Championship game. My apologies.
The arse fuck cum championship game.
Yes, exactly. Where the Bengals come on the Chiefs. American football's weird. There's been leaks / rumours on Reddit where all reliable information comes from that Apple are making their own console.
Okay, that explains the Apple console note.
Yeah, it's very self-explanatory, I like to think.
So it's just going to be...
Does anyone care?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
What they...
I didn't know about this till you've just told me, but...
Right.
It's not going to... I mean, it's probably going to sell well, but it's going to be shit.
I think it's going to be exactly the same as the Google Stadia. It's going to be like a cloud-based streaming console. And it's going to run like shit, because if Google with Google money can't do it well, then Apple with Apple money can probably do it like maybe 5 frames per second better, but still not well. On games that are like 15 years old. No,
that's a beefy burp. Yeah.
But with the Apple Arcade thing, which is like a subscription you can pay for, that just gives you access to more phone games on the App Store.
Right.
I think it'll either be that, like a Google Stadia type thing, or where you can just play fucking Angry Birds on your TV.
Actually, now you say that, I'm in.
We've got to mention Angry Birds in every episode.
Yeah, we do.
And Angry Birds actually had an Xbox 360 release, so that wouldn't be the first time.
And Angry Birds is what I call my ex.
No, she's just one angry bird.
No, she's just a cunt.
I would like to
kidding.
second that.
Oh, God.
But yeah, Apple console, I don't think there's a market for that, really, as much as they might think there is.
No. So would it just be like a third console? PlayStation, Xbox, Apple?
No, it would never get that big, though, I don't think.
No?
It would get one release, like the Stadia, and then die.
Right.
I bet the controllers are going to be fucking incredible, because Apple know their way around a user experience, but the console will be fucking awful. I can't imagine it'll get like original or like exclusive games and shit.
But what if it did?
Well, what if it did? Then that's still no one's going to play them.
That's true.
This is the same.
I can't wait to play the Apple console exclusive Steve Jobs simulator.
That'd be good.
It's just black because he's dead.
He is dead.
He is dead.
And that's...
I was hoping to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, when we invented this like 10 days ago. And he died like 6 years ago or something like that.
What?
He's been dead a long time.
I know. I'm joking.
Oh. When did Steve Jobs die? I want to get that right. When did Steve die? He's still
with all the
the moment he comes down from that last high, I think that's it for him.
Yeah. Remember last time when you had to resuscitate him?
Yeah.
God.
2011. 11 years ago. Wow.
Fucking hell. He missed out on some...
He missed out on the Apple Watch. I bet he's rolling in his grave. his $1 million grave. And of course, as of recording, it came out 2 days ago. We saw the release of the mixed reviewed
First
Pokemon.
episode of the Midnight Men.
No, it was very well reviewed.
That was very well received. Thank you very much.
It's a 100 and a 10.0 on Metacritic. Pokemon Legends Arceus or Arceus, whatever, which I was quite excited for, and I did have it pre-ordered, but I cancelled it because the trailers.
Because it said the N-word.
No, because the trailers just didn't really capture me. They didn't really capture anyone from what I'm seeing online. I mean, graphically, it was fucking awful compared to more recent Switch games, and Switch games have never been known for their graphics anyway. But I suppose you could put that down to technical limitations, but even still, like, I think we're in maybe the last year and a half of the Switch's life cycle, so you'd kind of expect something a little better than that, at least. It's out now, and I haven't played it yet. I'm going to pick it up soon. I'm going to pick it up this week. And everyone's saying it's really, really good, and it's a breath of fresh air.
It's a good thing we're sponsored by them, then.
It's a breath of the wild, fresh air.
Crossover.
But yeah, well, I suppose it is very much like the Breath of the Wild effect. Legend of Zelda went open world, and now everyone's gone open world. So, I mean, this quite obviously is this because we've got Breath of the Wild, open world Zelda, Mario Odyssey, a more open world Mario game, and now this.
Did you say Sonic?
No, I was thinking of the 3 big Nintendo IPs.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, of course, Sonic as well, and Halo, From Software. What's the series called? Soulsborne.
And then God did Open World Earth. Which
he did.
That's actually amazing.
God did Open World Earth, and then the government kind of sectioned that into levels.
Yeah. And all the... You got to pay to get into...
And the war and stuff. It's not worth it. But yeah, from what I've heard, it's very good. I know you don't care for Pokemon, but...
You're correct. Moving on.
I haven't for a long time, but this looks like a step in the right direction, so long as they do, like, still keep doing their normal games and then do their more experimental ones. It looks like it's a lot quicker in terms of combat. It's like you're just straight into it. It's got a pretty good story, and you don't even get Arceus as part of the story. It's an end game thing, which is a bit weird, and no one really seems to care about that, but I think that's a bit of an odd thing to put in the title. That's like booting up Dark Souls, and then for like the first 10 hours you play Metroid, and then the credits roll, and then you play Dark Souls. But then if you die in Dark Souls, you got to play Metroid all over again, because that's exactly what they'd probably do. But yeah, that's quite interesting. It's the first kind of big gaming release of the year, and it seems to have gotten above average reviews, but nothing stellar. But what's next? What's next on the radar? Probably be Horizon
games.
Yeah, be Horizon then Elden Ring.
Not a clue.
Can't say I'm interested in the new Horizon game, to be honest.
No.
I'm still only about 4 or 5 hours into the first one, which I like. I just haven't come back to it yet. But Elden Ring, I think I've got that pre-ordered. Very excited for that. That's meant to be... It's a From Software game. Guys who make Dark Souls, Sekiro, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne. I think there might be one of them they didn't do, but I can't remember which one. And the guy who, I think it was Hidetaka Miyazaki, if that's his name, said that it's not going to be as frustrating for players, but it's still going to be, they're not sacrificing the difficulty. So it's still going to be a hard game, but it's going to be less, oh my god, I want to fucking snap this disc in half kind of thing.
But, right. I thought you were getting frustrated at the laptop.
No.
You're like, it's going to be less, I swear to fucking God, I'm going to break this thing.
I think that's down to the fact that it's going to have like the Sekiro stealth mechanics, as well as it's open world. So if there's like a boss you just can't do, you can just leave.
Fair enough.
But I'm sure we'll discuss more on that once I've played it for a bit, once it's out. But I'm very excited for that. Is there anything you're excited for this year in terms of games? Okay, cool. I'm just kidding.
Not really.
We're still waiting on a Resident Evil 4 announcement.
Yeah, remake announcement. And the fucking DLC for Resident Evil 8, which was announced nearly a year ago, and there's been nothing of it since.
There was that
Thanks
one
for that,
little...
Capcom.
Yeah, Capcom, they're fine. Capcom, they're not great. But,
Yeah.
there was that little bit, do you remember at the Game Awards where they played that big orchestral piece?
Yes, and there was the third-person shot from 8. What the fuck was that about?
Like the footage of all the nominees for Game of the Year, and they showed like unseen footage from 8 where you could see Ethan in third person, which was never in the game. It's never in the trailers.
7 and 8 are first-person only.
Yeah, so it's never in the trailers, never in the teasers. So like,
I completely forgot about that, actually.
The running theory is that the guy who edited that together just recorded something from a mod by accident and then put it in, but I don't think that's the case.
Like he was just trying to get like a skyline, and kept Ethan in. But yeah, all these upcoming games, I don't care for. Like Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League.
Oh my god, that
looks awful. Gotham Knights looks better, but I keep forgetting
I'm not excited for it.
No, I keep forgetting it's coming out.
Yeah, that won't be this year.
No.
I'm convinced it won't be this year.
Nah, they're gonna. Yeah. I want them to say something about a Resident Evil 4 remake. And then hopefully we get a proper look at Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I want to see a gameplay trailer. Like soon.
Yeah. I want to know if you can play as both Spider-Men, or if
I think it's going to be kind of intertwined. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know how in Arkham Knight you could play as Nightwing and Batman in some parts?
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, like, I know that where you press the button to switch. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And you do the finisher moves and it switches to the other one instantly.
Yeah.
They were great little set
pieces. And since the first Spider-Man game took so much from those Arkham games, it wouldn't surprise me if you know. Yeah. Spider-Man 2 Arkham City.
A game I have been excited for since its initial announcement, which I've had pre-ordered since before there was even a trailer, I believe, if the pre-order was available. And we finally got a gameplay trailer for it this week, as well as a release date. Lego Star Wars.
Oh, yes.
The Skywalker Saga.
Yeah. I forgot. Oh, yeah, I'm excited for that. Before I came here to the studio, I was playing the prequel trilogy Lego game, and I would argue it's a lot more fun than the sequel trilogy because it's more action.
The sequel trilogy?
The original trilogy, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for that game. There's like fucking Dark Souls style dodge moves and fucking... Oh, I don't know what the game is, but there's a combat system that looks very similar to another game. There's stealth mechanics in a Lego game.
And I believe it's like optional stealth.
Yeah, I think he said in the trailer, it's not for every mission, but some of them, the actual levels are a lot more open. So there's many different routes you can go around to complete the mission. Because the first one, I mean, of course, the first one was very linear because it was like as far as movie game adaptations go, that was exactly what happened in the movies.
Oh, yeah.
Those games. But yeah, this is... Take that back.
It was a hiccup.
Take it back. Thank you. But yeah, this looks very exciting. And I've got the deluxe edition. So it's going to have all the DLC packs.
And your little Luke minifigure.
My little blue milk Lego Luke
your
figure.
Little blue Luke.
And the Han Solo and Carbonite Steelbook.
Ooh.
Which is very fancy.
You're gay.
Yeah. But fuck, I'm so excited for that.
Oh, fuck, I'm so gay. I think it does. I think it does look good. There are bits there where I'm like, could they not have made it a bit more simpler? Like, I don't really want to. Maybe the old combat is outdated, but I'd kind of prefer that, to be honest with you, rather than.
I see where you're coming from, but that was essentially just spamming X until you win.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they've developed it a bit more, so it's not just the same game as before.
Yeah. What do you think of Mumble Mode?
Oh, I'm proper excited for that. I'm not gonna play with it, because there's obviously like a red brick thing, so you have to unlock it. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna play it with the voice acting because I want to see how it is first. Well, I think it's a cool inclusion, but I'm probably not gonna use it.
Yeah. When I first saw that trailer and they actually showed it, I was like, holy shit. But then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, the original isn't mumbles, it's grunts.
I don't think that matters
It does to me.
because in the trailer when they actually do it, it does just sound like how the first games were.
No. Like, because the scene they show is the "I am your father" bit, isn't it? And he's like,
Spoilers if you haven't seen Empire Strikes Back.
oh, fuck off. And it's like, but in the original game, it's just like, huh? And he pulls out the picture of him with Padme.
Yeah, but that's what, like, all the other old Lego games were more like that as well, though. Like, the more mumbly than just grunts.
Yeah. I can't just shrug because it's...
Play another Lego game.
Fine, I'll stick with the original saga then.
Fine. No cool Lego milk figure for you.
I don't want that.
We'll see who's saying that when I have it.
I'll eat it.
Oh.
Well, what other games have you been playing?
I'm playing games with women.
No, you haven't.
I've thought about playing games with women.
So Harry's done nothing but jerk off.
Oh, I'm not going to confirm that and I'm not going to deny it.
That means it's true.
Today I downloaded the new Yu-Gi-Oh game, Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duels, and so it's pretty good. It's very free to play friendly, unlike a lot of other online trading card games, in where you get like a few free packs and then you got to fucking pay like real money for everything. It's good. It's hard because everyone on it's a sweat because it's Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm enjoying that. And what did I play the other day? I've started The Witcher 3, which I'm really excited to get a lot further into that because it essentially looks like a good mix of Skyrim and Breath of the Wild, which are like two of my favourite games.
I wanted to start watching the Witcher series and I just still haven't got round to it yet.
Yeah, I haven't got round to it. I might do once I've finished, but I know that's more... I mean, obviously I know the games are inspired by the books, but...
The show is just like the books.
The show is a lot more inspired by the books than the games are, obviously.
And it's only like 8 1-hour episodes, so that's not hard. I don't think.
Yeah, that's not bad. I thought it'd be longer than that. What was it, on season 2 now?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. There was obviously people saying, no, it's just Game of Thrones. But then Game of Thrones got shit and everyone was like, oh, whoa, The Witcher's incredible.
I've seen neither, and even I can tell you The Witcher is not Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I remember when the first season came out and that's what everyone was saying online. But as far as I know, there's not much incest in The Witcher, so...
Oh, I'm not watching it then.
Thank you for listening.
Where was it? 25 minutes ago, they released a scene from the Batman.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
3 minutes long. That's quite a lot.
That's like a lot of sex. Like, several
If you were getting it, Harry, then maybe, yeah.
That's like multiple sex.
That's like sex squared.
Sex squared. Oh my god, the MCU Times posted about Batman. He's finally coming.
What?
The world's #1 smartest multi-billionaire superhero orphan who fights crime without any superpowers is Tony Stark. Watch the second place runner-up in cinemas March 3rd. Batman would fucking kick Iron Man's ass.
Yeah.
He'd fucking rock his shit. Especially the looks of this Batman.
Almost any Batman could beat Iron Man.
I think if you put Adam West Batman against Iron Man, he hasn't got much of a chance.
I'm sure he's got some bat-repellent Iron Man spray in that belt of his.
Hand me the Iron Man repellent bat spray.
Hand me down the shark-repellent bat spray. And then the shark blew up because it was a robot. Oh, that's not a joke. That's actually, yeah.
I need to rewatch that film. I watched it once when I was like 5, and it's still even then I was like, this is a fever dream, and I didn't even know what a fever dream was because I was 5.
Even Christian Bale could beat Iron Man, and he's shit.
Yeah, he's not the best, is he?
No.
Imagine Batfleck against Iron Man. Fucking hell.
That's literally just like...
He wouldn't walk.
No.
Do you want to wrap it up there?
Yeah. I haven't...
Alright, fine, we won't. Okay, how about now?
Sure.
Cool.
This one was more chill. We were just riding off the success of the first one.
Pressure's off now, I think.
Yeah. We've
already impressed you. We don't care anymore.
Yeah, we're going to be a lot more lazier as almost said the show go. Well, I
Yeah.
guess it's a show.
There might be like one episode where we just turn the mics on and like go to the shop or something,
Oh yeah,
and like leave the mics in the studio.
there might be one episode where Harry's talking and I take all the equipment with me to the toilet, so you just hear him talking and the splash of my piss.
We should act. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day special for you piss
Oh.
kinkers out there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for listening to episode 2 of the Midnight Men podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to share this with your friends, your family, your mum, your dad, your dog, your cousin, your tutor, your nan,
You cuck.
your cuck, your shopkeeper, your dominatrix. Stop scratching your fucking dick.
Sorry, you said dominatrix and I got excited.
Yeah.
Down boy.
Spread the word of the Midnight Men.
Spread your legs.
Okay.
Cut that out.
Make sure you rate us 5 stars on Spotify. Rate us whatever the rating system is on Apple Podcasts. Like the video on YouTube.
Rate us in real life.
Rate us in real life. We are gorgeous men.
Oh yeah.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel and come
Follow
back
the Reddit.
Follow the Reddit r/the Midnight Men.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon. And come back next week for
Or don't. But please do.
well, we're recording this 6 days before it needs to be out, so yeah, we don't know what we're doing for episode 3, but we'll
We'll think
of
of something. I'm sure something will happen. The Halo trailer,
Yeah.
which will be old news by then, but who gives a flying
well.
fuck? Unless
Well-
it's out, we could do like a quick.
No, we'll save it for next week.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I would have played a bit of Pokemon Legends, so I'll give some of my opinions on how that's going.
I would have been to Greg's 10 more times by episode 3. I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening.
Probably not well.
What was I going to say? Follow Chalk Presents on Instagram for updates and such. Thank you for all the kind words about episode 1. It means a lot.
It almost brought a man to tears.
It did.
But we're men, we don't fucking cry. That's
No, I'm a very manly muppet. I don't actually possess the ability to cry. I've been Harry Savage,
I have been Jack Stellan.
and you have been...
And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Thanks, Mark. Thanks. We got Markiplier. Oh, I just fell off my chair.
And that's what we're ending it with.